Hello everyone. Now I am going to explain you about a constant K filters. In that constant K filters, I am going to explain you about now high pass filter. So coming to a definition, high pass filter is a filter which is passes only a high frequencies and attenuates the low frequencies. So here for this constant K high pass filter, so here I am considering the constant K T section as well as constant K pi section. So generally we know that a section is nothing but consisting of one shunt arm impedance as well as one series arm impedance. So in this T section, so here we are taking the series arm impedance like capacitors, okay, shunt arm impedance like inductors. So here the series arm impedance will be equal to Z1 by 2, Z1 by 2, which is equal to 2C value. So if you combine this value, you will get a value of C, and whereas the shunt arm value is nothing but your L value. So when you are going to calculate this characteristic impedance, you will get a overall characteristic impedance formula like Z0 T is equal to under root of Z1 into Z2 of 1 plus Z1 by 4 Z2. Similarly, if we consider the pi section, it also has one series arm impedance value as well as two shunt arm impedances value. Those two are in parallel. So here we are taking the series arm impedance as like capacitor. Its value is nothing but C. Whereas the shunt arm impedance values are, I'm taking it as inductor. So its value is nothing but 2L. So if you take down the parallel combination of this 2L, you'll get a value of L. Okay, so now here I am going to calculate the cutoff frequencies as well as your overall characteristic impedance of T section, pi section of this constant K filters as well as attenuation and phase constant. So first of all, now I am going to calculate the what is the cutoff frequency for this constant K high pass filter. So in this one, here I am taking the one condition like Z1 by 4 Z2. So here the limits of the pass band frequency of this high pass filter is nothing but Z1 by 2, Z1 by 4 Z2, which is equal to 0 or minus 1. So here I am simply substituting that Z1 value and Z2 value. So we know here Z1 is nothing but this capacitor value, and here I am substituting the value of T section value where Z1 is nothing but your capacitor value, Z2 is nothing but your inductor value. So this is equal to 1 by j omega c, and where Z2 is nothing but j omega L. Simply substitute Z1 is equal to 1 by j omega c and Z2 is nothing but j omega L. So therefore Z1 by 4 Z2 becomes 1 by j omega c into 4 into j omega L, and equate this value to either 0 or minus 1. So here by multiplying these values I am getting 1 by 4 into j square omega square LC, which is equal to 0 or minus 1, and we know what j square value is nothing but minus 1. Simply substitute that value. So here we are getting minus 1 by 4 omega square LC, which is equal to 0 or minus 1, and we know omega is nothing but 2 pi f. So omega square is nothing but 4 pi square f square value. Simply substitute that value. So 1 by minus 1 by 16 pi square f square LC is equal to 0 or minus 1. Here f is nothing but the cutoff frequency, and just equate this value to either 0 or 1. So if we are equate that value to 0, so minus 1 by 16 pi square f is nothing but your fc value, fc square LC is equal to 0. So here we want the value of fc value. Simply move this term to this side, move this 0 to this side. So here we are getting the constant 1 by 0, and we know 1 by 0 is nothing but the infinity value. Similarly, equate this value to minus 1. If it is equate to minus 1, we are getting this value as 1 by 16 pi square fc square LC is equal to 1. So simply substitute fc is move this term to this side. So we are getting fc square is equal to 1 by 16 pi square LC. So therefore fc is nothing but 1 by 4 pi LC value. So here these are nothing but the cutoff frequencies. Here we are getting two cutoff frequencies. So this is the cutoff frequency for high pass filter. So from this one it is up to infinity. So means above the cutoff frequency are called as high pass frequencies. So we are getting the cutoff frequencies ranges from fc 1 by 4 pi root LC to infinity. So these are called the high pass frequencies. And next we see the characteristic impedance value, and generally we know the characteristic impedance of T section as well as pi section. So first of all, here we are calculating for T section. We know generally it is Z0 T is equal to under root of Z1 into Z2 of 1 plus Z1 by 4 Z2. By simply substitute that Z1 value as 1 by j omega c, Z2 as j omega L. So here by substituting that values we are getting j omega Z1 into Z2 is nothing but Z1 is j omega L, Z2 is sorry, z1 is 1 by j omega c, z2 is j omega l, and by substituting these values we are getting the one more constant term here, root L by c. So I am separating this value, and this is under root of 1 by 4 j square omega square L c. Substitute j square as minus 1 value, and we know this root L by c is nothing but it is a constant term. I am equating that term to another term r naught. So therefore I am writing this value as r naught into here 1 by 1 minus of 1 by 4 omega square LC value. Simply substitute omega is equal to 2 pi f. So 1 by 4 omega square L square is nothing but 1 by 4 of 4 into pi square f square LC value. So here this value become 1 by 16 pi square f square LC value, and we know the cutoff frequency of this high pass filter is nothing but 1 by 4 pi root LC. So here I am writing these terms in terms of fc value whole square. So this will become, so this is a, because we know fc is equal to 1 by 4 pi root LC, its whole square become fc square. So this entire term is nothing but here 1 by 4 omega square LC is nothing but fc square by f square. Okay, simply substitute that value here. So this is the overall characteristic impedance of an high pass filter. So this is the graph of the characteristic impedance of a T section. So from this cutoff frequency to infinity, so this is the pass band region, this is the stop band region. So here this is the graph of this one. So here if you substitute f is equal to 0, so this is, you will get the infinity term, means here this is the infinity term. Similarly, if you are keep on increasing this f value to towards 0, towards fc, so if you substitute if f is equal to fc, so you will get the value of this as 1. So this has 1 minus 1 into 0, means you will get the z naught is nothing but 0. Okay, similarly if you substitute f value is greater than the fc value, so then you will get the characteristic impedance value in the passband region. Coming for the pi section, and we know the characteristic impedance of pi section is nothing but z1 z2 by 1 plus z1 by 4 z2, or you can also write this as z0 pi is equal to 4 into z1 z2 square by z1 plus 4 z2. Here also simply substitute that values, like z1 is equal to 1 by j omega c, z2 is j omega l. So upon simplifications we are getting the characteristic impedance of a pi section is nothing but root L by c under root of 1 minus 1 by 1 minus 4 omega square LC value. Upon simplifying this, we are getting z0 pi as r naught by under root of 1 minus fc by f square. So this is the variation of the characteristic impedance of a pi section. And also we are calculating the attenuation constant as well as phase constant. We know the attenuation constant is nothing but alpha value, and the phase constant is beta value. And we know it is a high pass filter, and the pass band region is nothing but from cutoff frequency to higher cutoff frequency. So the cutoff frequency is nothing but 1 by 4 pi root LC up to infinity. So in this passband region there is no attenuation, so alpha becomes 0. So we'll get a constant, phase constant, and that value is nothing but beta is equal to cos inverse of 1 plus z1 by 4 z2. Here in general we'll get this term as imaginary term j beta, and we know cos h inverse of j beta is nothing but we'll get a cos beta term. So here I'm taking beta is cos inverse of 1 plus z1 by 4 z2. And by simply substituting that z1 is equal to 1 by j omega c, z2 is j omega l. So here we are getting a term cos inverse of 1 plus, this is 1 by 2, z1 is nothing but 1 by j omega c, nothing but 1 by j 2 pi fc, and this is 1 by j 2 pi fl. So upon simplifying this, we are getting a constant beta is, sorry, we are getting a term beta is equal to cos inverse of 1 by 8 pi square f square LC value, and we know fc is nothing but 1 by 4 pi root LC value. So here we are getting a term 1 by 8 pi square f square LC value. So here 1 by 8 pi square f square LC values, I am writing it as 2 by 16 pi square f square LC value. So here I am taking this old in terms of square terms, so this is 2 by pi 16 is nothing but 4 pi under root LC whole square, and we know this term 1 by 4 pi root LC whole square is nothing but fc square. So this entire term will become, we can write it as 2 into fc square by f square. So therefore beta is equal to cos inverse of 1 minus of 2 fc square by f square. Okay, so this is the phase constant value. And coming to the attenuation constant value, so in the stop band region you'll get a attenuation constant value, whereas the phase constant value is nothing but minus pi radian. So simply substitute that alpha value is equal to cos h inverse of, so apply this phase difference minus pi now, so it will be minus of 1 plus z1 by 4 z2. So upon simplifying this z1 by 4 z2 here, so z1 by 4 z2 becomes, we are getting a 2 into fc square by f whole square. So therefore z1 by 4 z2 is nothing but 2 fc square by f square. Okay, simply just apply this minus value here. So you are getting a alpha is equal to cos h inverse of 1, sorry, okay, so here we are getting 1 plus z1 by 4 z2 as 1 minus of 2 fc by f whole square. So again, so this is nothing but 1 minus of 2 into fc by f whole square. Now apply this minus, so here get alpha is equal to cos h inverse of minus 1 plus 2 into fc by f whole square. So this is the variation of the attenuation constant value, and this is the variation of the phase shift value.